Hey there, I'm Lucas Bond with the Missouri Department of Conservation, and today on Habitat Hints we're doing a little something different. We're going to be talking about the importance of developing that relationship with your private lands conservationist. It's very simple to find out your local private lands conservationist. All you have to do is go on our website at mdc.mo.gov and click on the connect, and you can connect contact and search for your local private land conservationist, send them an email or give them a call and they can come out and work with you. We want to develop that relationship so you can have a private lands conservationist come out to your land and visit with you and do a field visit to tell you what you can do to make your field or your land have more habitat and growth and so forth. I'm actually going to be joined by MDC's Ben Dickman, and he's going to tell us all we need to know about how you can do this and get started. Okay, Ben, you're a private lands conservationist yourself, correct?
Yes, I'm the private land conservationist here in Callaway, Montgomery counties.
All right, so Ben, we're going to talk about a unique way on Habitat Hints. We're talking about that local field visit and talking about the importance of developing a relationship with landowners so you can go out and give help and give them information on what they should know about their land, right?
Yeah, certainly. You had mentioned there in the intro that the first step is defining your local connection. You can do that on mdc.mo.gov. There'll be a connect button and your local contact, and that'll bring up, you can search by county, bring up who your local contacts are. Within our private lands division, we offer myself, the private land conservationist, private land foresters, private land fisheries biologists, so we can kind of cover, pretty much anything you have to offer there on the farm. And then once you get that contact, the first kind of initial step is to give us a call. Oftentimes we'll discuss kind of goals and objectives on the phone, maybe look over the property, just the aerial imagery and whatnot before coming out. And then we'll schedule a site visit, and that's kind of the first step in forming that relationship and working with us to better improve your land.
All right, so, tell us, Ben, what is a field visit or a site visit? Can you explain to us, for those at home that don't know exactly what you would do? I mean, I know you talked about what you do on the phone, but when you get there, what kind of do you do to figure out what you can do to help make the habitat take off and so forth like that?
So we'll come out. We always bring an aerial view of the farm. Oftentimes we're looking up some like soil data beforehand that kind of lets us know what habitat types might be possible to restore there on your property. And from there we talk goals and objectives upon what you're looking to do with the property, which way you're trying to scope things. I mean, most folks we're working with are recreational landowners whose properties are primarily for hunting. So we focus on whitetail deer management, wild turkey, quail, small game, so anything across the board. Or you're just kind of a nature lover, want to manage that natural community for all the species. So that site visit, we'll tour the property, take a look at the current conditions, offer some suggestions on how we might reshape things or help restore things, whether that's through different habitat management practices. We'll discuss different cost share available to you, and what that is a reimbursement for work being done on the property, and there's different options out there through various government agencies, and your PLC can kind of help find what that best fit is for you and what your goals are.
So we're standing right in a field that just had a site visit just last year or so, and there was some spraying done. Is that right?
Yep, correct. So this time last year, this field we're standing in here would have been a cool season grass dominated by fescue, which is a sod-forming grass that smothers out any native species. And what we saw when we came in here this time last year was we kind of call them indicator species, something that still might be holding on, like in this case it's probably big blue stem was something we saw, or some tall green milkweed in here. So what we offered as a suggestion to the landowner was to come in here with a fall glyphosate application to kill out that fescue. We're timing that late October, early November. After a couple killing frost, we'll come in here with a quart or two of glyphosate, treat the area. That's going to kill out that cool season fescue that's still active after those couple frosts. Most of your natives have already gone dormant, so we're not harming them at all. And then we'll follow up with a springtime, March time frame, prescribed fire to burn off that thatch created by that fescue and really help express the native seed bank, and that's certainly what has occurred here. We've got kind of a mix of native species that none of this was planted. This just came on with a treatment of glyphosate and a prescribed burn, so keeps things relatively cheap as far as your inputs. And again, this probably wouldn't have been possible without a site visit from the local Private Lands Conservationist.
And that's as simple as that. You know, you came out here, not you per se, but a Private Lands Conservationist came out here, visited with the landowner, and got kind of figured out what they wanted to do. And here we go. They sprayed, they burned, and look at all this. I mean, look at it all came up just after 1 year. I mean, not even that.
And this is a situation where that technical advice and that knowledge from your PLC is extremely helpful, because within this area right here, if you watch some of the previous Habitat Hints videos, we've covered Sericea lespedeza as a noxious weed, highly invasive. But here where we're standing, and one of our native lespedezas is slender lespedeza, so extremely similar. There are a couple ways to tell the difference. One of them just looking at the venation of the leaf. One's a herringbone versus more of like a stained glass window look on your native. Okay. So extremely look alike, that if you're out here doing some herbicide treatments to target Sericea lespedeza, likely you could be killing your natives out as well. And there's other legumes in the same family here that are pretty close in resemblance as well. So awesome, that's where having that technical assistance really comes into play.
Thank you very much, Ben. And again, can't echo enough from what he said and what I said. If you want, it's important to get that site visit and work with your Private Lands Conservationist. And again, I'll echo, you can find all that information on our website at mdc.mo.gov. Thank you all, and have a great rest of the day.